Tri-Cities High School. My future goals are to become a computer engineer and hopefully become my own boss.
Youth on Parade is proud to be the opening event for this weekend's the Trumpet Awards. And this evening, we want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy some of Atlanta's best up-and-coming young talent. Dr. James Pogue, CEO of James Pogue Enterprises, has agreed to join us to share some inspiration and words of wisdom for all the youth involved in tonight's program. Along with leadership and training, Dr. Pogue also helps companies and colleges prepare, recruit, and retain millennials and Generation Z. His work has put him in front of thousands of professionals seeking to improve leadership skills. He has been called on as a guest on the Tom Jordan Morning Show, as well as Steve Harvey's mentoring program. Please welcome Dr. Pogue to the stage.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. All right, let's get a little noise going. Your young people are doing big things back there. I just spent the last 10, 15 minutes hanging out with them. And if you leave here not motivated, then something's wrong with you, right? So I want to talk a little bit about how I came to be here. So I happen to do a lot of work with multi-generational leadership, which means I work with different groups in the generation, some of whom might be represented here, right? Whether you're baby boomers or Generation X, like myself, or Generation Z across the wall, or millennial. And my work involves bringing all those groups together so that we can produce great things, help great people do wonderful things, right? And so I came to this with that in mind. And now I get the opportunity through the window of Mrs. Venona Clayton and the work that she and her team have done over the past 25 years to talk about how wonderful my work can be in the midst of what these young people are about to provide. I can tell you when I spent some time with them just a moment ago, my spirit just opens up. It opens up because the Trumpet Awards are about excellence. And these young people are excellent with what they do. The Trumpet Awards are about achievement, and these young people have achieved at a level that some of their peers will never have the opportunity to touch. The Trumpet Awards are about success, and these young people have reached a level of success, and it is our job to push and pull and poke and prod them so that they can become greater than where they are right now. That's our job. But we have a further job too. And that job is to recognize how far they have come. When I sat downstairs just a moment ago and talked to them about how they began their work, some of the musicians who started off not knowing how to spell the word trumpet or saxophone, but now look at them. The level of entertainment you're about to receive is significant, it's high, it's unbelievable. But more so is the commitment. The commitment. The commitment. You see, you all know like I know that you can have a goal and you can have a dream, but when you start and getting to that dream, there's some things that might be in the way. And let's call those things inconveniences, right? Somebody say that with me, inconveniences. Right, so inconveniences can keep you from getting to where it is you want to be, right? But if we can help these young folks crystallize their dream, and understand that the things that are in the way are simply what? Come on now, work with me now. Are simply what? That's right. We have to push them to understand their dream is big, their passion is strong, their goals can be clear, and those things that are in the way are simply
Inconveniences.
Now somebody here understands what I'm talking about. Somebody here might be going through their own little thing, right? The dream that you have. The goal that you have, the passion that you have. And in the way of that passion, in the way of that dream, in the way of that goal is a little bit of
Inconvenience.
We have to do two things for our young people. One, we have to make very clear to them that their goal can be achieved, that their passion can be fired, right? That the goal can be crystallized. And that those things that are in the way are only inconveniences. That's the first thing. The second, and just as critical, is we have to role model that. We can't push and poke and prod them and be standing stagnant all by ourselves. We have to let them know through the work that we do, through the walk that we do, through the talk that we do, that it's not enough to push somebody else. I've got to push myself. I've got to establish a goal for myself and recognize that in between where I am and the goal that I want might be a few
Inconvenience.
and I'm going to push through that. I was doing martial arts when I was about 21 or so. And I jumped off the cliff and started punching and kicking, and I got my black belt when I was about 25. And then I moved to Arizona, and I decided, you know what, I want to be good. How good? I want to be really good. How good is really good? I want to beat everybody. I'm not violent. For the record, I'm not violent. But it just so happens that there might be people standing in between me and me winning. Sometimes that happens. So I'm punching and kicking, I'm doing what I have to do, and I meet an instructor who's a world champion. He's unbelievable. He says, I'm going to train you. I said, okay, let's go. I start traveling around the country, and I get to a point where I'm invited to my first national championship, and I take off and I go. Now, the national championship is a double elimination, which means you got to lose twice before they kick you out of the tournament. So I'm out there and I'm punching and kicking, I win my first fight. I'm out there and I'm punching and kicking, I win my second fight. But then I realized something, that I'm playing with the big boys and girls here. And I go to my instructor and I said, hey, they are hitting me in the face very hard. And he said, and I said, well, isn't it on the rules on a tournament, it says right here in black and white, light face contact only. And he says to me, are they hitting you in the face lightly? I said, no, sir, they are not. He said, well, that must be the definition of light today. He put in my face an inconvenience. Right? So I'm like, okay, let's go. I get out there, fight number 3, bang, 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 pow! I get knocked down and I lose the fight. I get an inconvenience. He put it in my face again. So I get back up, I'm back in there, bang, 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 I fight again. 3 or 4, 5 or 6 more fights later, I'm fighting for first and second. Now this guy hasn't lost yet. He's the heavyweight national champion, and I'm a guy. Right? And my instructor walks past me, no eye contact, he's like this. He's not gonna give you anything, you better take it. You're gonna have to take it. I'm like, you could give me a hug, your little hands up, you know, move left, move right, a little something more, but that's it. An inconvenience. So I get out there, I bow in, we shake hands, I'm ready to go, I'm focused. And then I don't know what happened after that. Because after I got up, they said I lost. Apparently, I lost. Now there's a video, you probably can't find it anywhere, so don't worry about that. But as it turns out, I didn't do well. But that was an inconvenience. Because I wanted to win. I wanted a national championship. So I had to set up another set of inconveniences for me to get through so I can win. So I'm punching and kicking 1,000 times a day. I go to tournaments all over the country, a couple hundred tournaments, I'm boom, 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 I make it back the next year. I leave there with my first of 5 national championships. And I say that not because we always win, because I lost a lot of tournaments too. And sometimes I had to pick myself up off the floor. And sometimes I had to call my instructor and say, I don't know what it is I'm doing. I thought I was okay. But apparently it didn't work out for me that day. But I can tell you that if you set a goal and you have a dream and you've got the passion, in between where you start and those things will be those
inconveniences.
And we have to press through that. It is our job, it is our responsibility to do 2 things for these young folks. One is to help them identify their goal, help them identify their passion, help them to identify their dream and believe in them. The second thing we have to do is push them and help them to understand those things that are in the way are simply inconveniences. Now they may be big and they may be impactful, but they've got to get through that. And the way that we help them do that is not just by pushing them, but by role modeling ourselves. I refuse to believe that I'm the only person in here with a dream. I refuse to believe I'm the only person in here with a passion. I refuse to believe I'm the only person in here with a goal. We cannot keep that to ourselves. We have to release that and open that up and make ourselves just a bit vulnerable so these young people can see that sometimes the grown-ups struggle too. Sometimes the grown-ups have inconveniences too. They have to know, they must know, that they can struggle, but they can make it. Their dream is real. Their passion is strong. Their goal can be clear. So for those people in the room who don't mind pushing and pulling a young person and helping them to understand that the distance between where they are and their goal is these inconveniences, and you're willing to help them get through, let me hear you clap just 2 times. Somebody did 3, somebody did 3. I saw you. I'm not going to call you out over here. We're going to try another one. For those of you that are willing to open yourselves up and be a vulnerable role model and identify that you have a goal too, and that sometimes those inconveniences get in the way, and you don't mind sharing that with some of these young people, let me hear you clap 4 times. Okay, yes. Big text. For those of you that are willing to do both, that are willing to help push and pull these young people and help them crystallize their goal and recognize the inconveniences of life, at the same time being a role model for them and identifying that sometimes you've got inconveniences too, let me hear you clap 18 times. That was a text. All right, now we're going to warm up the stage a little bit, get them out here. In my hands, we are going to pretend I am full of bubbly energy all in this area. This means the energy goes up. This means the energy goes down. All right? So, energy can come in claps. It can come in screams and yells. You can stomp your feet, do what you feel is right for you. But do it when the hands do this. Oh, stop. Immediately stop it. There's young people on the other side of the room, they need to know that you're ready to hear what they're bringing to the table. They need to know the dance that they're going to do, the horn that they're going to play, the dramatic interpretation they're going to provide, the public speaking they're going to do is going to be well received and loved on this stage. So let's give them a little something. Give it to them now.